The galaxy was quiet, eerily so. A calm had settled over the star systems, one born not of peace but of condescension. For centuries, Earth had been a backwater planet in the eyes of the Galactic Council, an organization of advanced civilizations ruling the cosmos with an iron grip. Humanity, deemed primitive and inconsequential, had been largely ignored, except when Earth dared to send exploratory signals into space. Those signals had sparked laughter among the galactic elite. Earth's technology was decades behind even the Council's least developed member. But in the grand halls of the Galactic Council, no one laughed anymore. The holographic chamber shimmered with the presence of dozens of alien leaders, each seated in their glowing orbs of power. Their forms were diverse, spindly creatures with translucent skin, towering beings of living stone, and mechanical entities whose blinking eyes revealed intelligence beyond comprehension. At the center of it all, the High Chancellor, an amphibious figure with skin that shifted between shades of deep green and silver, tapped his clawed fingers impatiently against the table. A shimmering blue figure appeared before them, a hologram from the outer reaches of the galaxy. It was the emissary of Earth, Dr. Elena Vasquez, flanked by two equally confident human aides. The Council had summoned Earth's representatives with an air of annoyance. Yet Elena stood taller than her modest height suggested, her piercing gaze a mixture of defiance and calculation. "We've come to discuss reparations," Elena began, her voice steady. "For centuries of interference, exploitation, and disrespect toward our world." The chamber erupted in murmurs. Reparations? From Earth? The audacity! The High Chancellor raised a webbed hand to silence the room, his voice resonating through the chamber. "Humans," he said with a hint of a sneer, "your world's grievances have been noted. However, you fail to grasp the power you stand against. What can your tiny planet possibly offer as leverage?" Elena smirked. "Leverage isn't the right word, Chancellor. It's a warning." A silence fell, palpable and thick, as every being in the chamber scrutinized her. For decades, the Council had viewed Earth's antics as little more than a sideshow. Yet, in this moment, Elena's confidence was unsettling. "We've recently discovered," she continued, "an artifact buried deep within our planet. Something older than your Council, older than even your most ancient records." The Chancellor leaned forward. "And what of it? Artifacts are found across the galaxy. What could a primitive race possibly unearth that concerns us?" Elena hesitated, just enough to keep the tension alive. Then she spoke with quiet menace. "It's not the artifact itself that should concern you. It's what it does." The Council chamber, usually buzzing with quiet chatter and the hum of machines, fell deathly silent. Alien leaders leaned toward their glowing orbs, their expressions, whether humanoid, reptilian, or amorphous, now unreadable. The transmission cut off abruptly, leaving Elena and her team back in their own bunker beneath the Andes Mountains. The small room, filled with blinking consoles and hastily scribbled equations on whiteboards, buzzed with anxious energy. Earth's leaders had pooled their brightest minds here, not in the polished halls of the United Nations, but underground, where secrets could be kept. Elena turned to her team. "That bought us a little time," she said. "But they'll come to investigate. The Council isn't stupid." Next to her, Raj Patel, a physicist who had spent the last decade trying to understand the artifact, spoke up. "What happens when they find out we don't actually know how to control it?" "We bluff," Elena replied sharply. "Like we've always done. Humanity's greatest strength has never been technology or numbers, it's our unpredictability." Raj frowned but nodded. Across the room, Commander Jake Carter, a grizzled veteran from Earth's Defense Forces, crossed his arms. "Unpredictable or not, we're about to tick off the most powerful organization in the galaxy. We need more than words." Elena looked at him, her eyes steely. "We have something better than words. We have desperation. And desperation, Jake, makes us dangerous." Above the Andes, a fleet of Council ships entered Earth's orbit. From the ground, they appeared as streaks of light across the night sky, their massive forms blotting out the stars. The citizens of Earth watched in awe and fear, unaware of the brewing storm beneath their feet. Inside one of the lead council ships, a Xylarian commander turned to his superior. "They're hiding something," he hissed, his segmented mandibles clicking with suspicion. "Of course they are," replied the superior, a crystalline being whose voice resonated like wind chimes. "But humans have always been arrogant. We'll remind them of their place." On Earth, Elena watched the ships with a mix of dread and exhilaration. Her bluff had worked, the council was paying attention. But now came the real challenge. The artifact, an impossibly smooth black sphere emitting faint pulses of energy, sat in the center of the bunker. No one knew its origins, only that it responded to human interaction in ways no one could predict. Raj approached it cautiously, his gloved hand hovering inches above the surface. "Every time we activate it," he muttered, "something changes. Dimensions warp. Time bends. We could destroy ourselves before the council even fires a shot. Or we could level the playing field," Elena countered. Jake stepped closer, his voice low. "And if it doesn't work?" Elena didn't answer. Instead, she placed her hand on the sphere. The room darkened as the artifact pulsed brighter, its energy filling the air with a low hum. Elena's eyes widened, her breath catching as images flashed through her mind, stars collapsing, civilizations rising and falling, and something else, something vast and unknowable, stirring in the depths of space. When the light faded, the room was silent except for the sound of her breathing. She looked at her team, her voice firm. "It's not just a weapon. It's a message. And the council is about to receive it loud and clear. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check him."